So how do you lose fat without losing strength? This is a tricky question, right? Because we can agree that it is easier to get really strong if you don't care about being lean, right? Like a lot of power lifters and strong men, athletes do. They just train very hard, train heavy, and eat as much as they want and eat whatever they want, right? And at the same time, it is also easier to get shredded if you don't care about strength performance. We can agree on that as well, right? So in this video, we're gonna talk about how do you get lean, shredded, right? Without losing that strength performance. So you can be strong, but also have the look that you're after, have the six pack, have the definition and all that. Let me start off by saying that I've experienced both sides of this coin, of this spectrum, right? I've been decently strong, but pretty fluffy. Like at my heaviest, I was 215 pounds ish. And back then I was into powerlifting and like bodybuilding style training. So I didn't really care about being lean. I was like, okay, I want to lift heavy and be big, but didn't care about being lean. Not good, not good, because had no conditioning. You know, I would run up the stairs and I would feel like I'm about to spit my lungs out. So not good, don't want to be there. But at the same time, I've also been in the situation where I was like, okay, my goal is to get shredded, and I didn't really care about performance. Also not good, you know. I liked how I look. I got like really, like definitely single digit body fat, but you know, I felt weak. I definitely lacked power. I definitely lacked strength. I definitely had to sacrifice my performance for the look. So I think at this point, with the experience that I've had and with the education that I've gained, with the knowledge that I've gained through experience and through literature and through studying this topic, I have a pretty good idea of how to have both, how to perform well and like how you look, how to be strong and how to be lean at the same time. So this is what we're gonna unpack in this video. To achieve this goal, to get leaner while at least maintaining but also possibly gaining strength, there's three things you need to unpack. There's three things which are very important, right? Number one is training strategy. How do you train? How often? How intense? What is your training approach is like? So we're gonna unpack that, training. Number two is diet strategy, right? How do you eat? And lastly is recovery. So we're gonna unpack these three things: training, nutrition, recovery. So let's dive right into it. Training. Number one is frequency, and number two is training approach. How do you train? So frequency, I would recommend 2 to 3 times per week would be totally enough, but training very heavy compound lifts such as pull-ups, dips, whatever your overhead press variation. So it could be dumbbell overhead press or barbell overhead press, or if you're into calisthenics like I am, that would be pike push-ups or handstand push-ups against the wall, or if you're an advanced calisthenics athlete, that would be a free handstand push-up without any support, right? And for legs, that would be squats and lunges. So you would prioritize those movements, right? And the goal would be progressive overload on a week-to-week basis. So let's say you train 3 times per week. Let's say you train Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday you rest in between your training sessions, and then you get a whole weekend off, right? So I would split that training so that, for example, you train upper body on Monday and Friday, and maybe legs on Wednesday, and with some core added at the end of all of those workouts, for example. And the vision would be to get a little bit stronger on a week-to-week basis. If you're successful with that, and you at the very least maintaining the level of strength at which you're at, this is how you guarantee that you're not losing the muscle and while cutting that body fat. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be happy with your performance. And this is another reason why I like calisthenics training, because it's not just absolute strength, right? Like a deadlift, how much weight you can pick up off the floor. It's about relative strength. It's how strong are you relatively to your own body weight, which is really amazing, because the more fat you lose, the better you perform. The more, because fat is dead weight. It's not functional weight. All it does is add that dead weight, you know, which you're fighting against every step you take in your life, right? So the more fat you lose, the better you're gonna feel and perform with calisthenics, such as pull-ups, push-ups, dips, all that. But also throughout the day, just moving and living your life. All right, so that's point number one, right? So at the very least, maintain the strength where you're at, but also, like I said, it is very much possible to be in the caloric deficit, lose weight, and gain strength on a week-to-week basis. So that's number one. So second point is nutrition. Let me start off by saying that I've done every diet strategy possible out there. I've done keto, I've tried carnivore, I've been vegan for years. I've done just tracking calories and not paying attention to your macros. I've done it all, man. And through my experience, what I found that works best is paying attention to macronutrients. Obviously, caloric deficit is king, right? You cannot defeat the law of thermodynamics. If your goal is to lose body fat, number one fundamental rule that you must achieve is you gotta get yourself into caloric deficit, right? But to go deeper into that, you know, you can maximize how you feel and how you perform if you also pay attention to your macros. And what I found works best is that you pay attention to your protein, to protein and carbs. Those are two most important things to pay attention to. Fats, what I found works best for me is keeping them low. Like traces amounts that you get from chicken breast, and maybe taking omega supplement. That's enough. Like, I keep my fats very low. The reason why is because of this. So protein is obvious, right? You want to get enough protein to rebuild your muscle after training, for recovery, for reconstruction of your body. Basically, all the tissues are built by, you know, if you need to consume protein, you need to get those essential amino acids from protein for your body to be able to recover and rebuild anything that needs to be rebuilt within itself, right? So that's obvious. Then carbs. Why carbs? Simply because it is your body's preferred energy resource. And this is how I found I perform best when training, when my carbs are up, when my calorie intake is under control, but I get as much carbs as possible within those amounts of calories. So I go protein, a gram per pound of goal body weight, you know? Right now I weigh 169 pounds. My goal is 159. I know I'm gonna be shredded at 159. So I'm about 10 pounds away from being like absolutely shredded. I know that because I've been there before. I've been at 159, and that's where I'm very lean. The problem was when I achieved that shredded physique before, I would definitely sacrifice my performance. But right now I'm 10 pounds away from that, and I am hitting my PRs in the gym. Like I just hit my PR with weighted pull-ups yesterday. I pulled 100 pounds for 3 pretty clean reps and felt really good. And then after that, I pulled 75 pounds for 6 reps and also felt pretty good. So I am not planning to sacrifice my performance this time around, and I am losing fat on the pretty rapidly. So I think I'm about 6 to 8 weeks from achieving my goal, being absolutely shredded and being the strongest that I've ever been. You're gonna say, well, how about fats? Fats are important for hormones. And you are correct, but it's there. I'm not saying go zero fat, but go very low, very low. Like I, on average, right now, I've been getting 30 grams of fat, 40 grams of fat per day max, and my hormones feel great, my libido is great, my energy is great. I don't have any side effects of, like I don't have any signs of, having any problems with my hormones. My energy is through the roof. I fucking average 25,000 steps per day, and like I said, my strength is best it's ever been right now. So I am very happy. So this is what I would recommend. Again, protein is the gram per pound of goal body weight. So my goal is 159 pounds, 160. So I get 160 grams of protein, no more than 40 grams of fat, and the rest is carbs. And my daily caloric intake right now is about 1900 to 2000, and I feel amazing, and I'm losing weight on the week-to-week basis, and yeah, I plan to keep it that way until I achieve my goal, which is shredded and strong. So, and finally, the last pillar, right? We talked about training strategy, we talked about nutrition strategy. The last one, which is also very important, is recovery. Minimum 7 hours of sleep per night, absolutely crucial. I take zinc and magnesium before bed, and I also like this. I don't know if you guys saw these sleepy time tea, right, with the chamomile. I really like that. I drink that like an hour and a half before bed. I feel like it helps me to calm my central nervous system down a little bit, and I sleep better. Another thing that I do for recovery is sauna. I noticed that on the days, unfortunately, I don't, I wish I could do sauna every day, but, life is busy, and, I have a son and a wife and busy schedule. So unfortunately, I can't do sauna every day. But what I did notice is that on the days when I'm able to get into the sauna, I sleep like a baby, and sleep is king. Sleep is king of recovery, period. So yeah, sleep, sauna. If you can go to get massage, or if you can get into sauna, take hot baths, or just chill in the hot shower, for 5 to 10 minutes at least, every day. That will help your muscles relax. That will increase the blood flow. Also, exposing yourself to hot temperature will boost melatonin production. That's again one of the thing that helps you sleep better, is because when your body is exposed to heat, it starts to cool itself from the inside, which boosts natural production of melatonin. So yeah, man, those 3 things are very crucial, and it's very doable. This is how I am getting into the best shape of my life yet right now. This is how I help my clients to achieve the same thing, lose fat and get stronger on the week-to-week basis. And this is where, again, your vision should be long-term. You should not go on the crash diet and be like, oh, I fucking have 4 weeks to get shredded. No, this is a recipe for disaster. You should think long-term. You should think, you know, what strategy do I choose to fucking feel good, perform good, look good, long term, you know what I mean? So yeah, this is what I recommend. If you need any help, you can contact me on Instagram at shark.strong. And if you have any specific things that you struggle with, and if there's anything that I didn't touch on in this video that you're going through, you can comment down below in the comment section below this video. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and I will definitely read them and we'll get back to you. Okay? I appreciate you watching this video. If you found this valuable, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.